regarding the final session, I will explain the two information for you. One is tomorrow banquet. Later, Professor Kimura will distribute some handouts, so you can check it. The place is the same as before. Okay. So, and also, after today, this session, we can take a picture in the front of this building. But the door will be closed around between 5 o'clock and 5:30. So maybe if you want to take a luggage, so with you to in the front of entrance. Okay. So now I'm in the last session will be open. So let me introduce Professor Yusan Kim of Pugyeong National University in Korea. Please take a chair. Last session.
Good afternoon. I'm Professor Sang Kim, Pugyeong National University in Korea. It is my great pleasure to introduce Professor Hang Chin Lai in Taiwan, Safe Park in Korea. The last session, each talk contains 30 minutes. I would like to first speak Hang Chin Lai. I met Professor Hang Chin Lai in 1993 International Conference named by Applied Analysis. In that time, supported by UNESCO in Vietnam. That time I met him first. We already passed 20 years, more than 20 years. Also, Professor Hang Chin Lai wrote several important papers, nonlinear programming, fractional programming, also complex programming, and so on. Anyhow, today the title of his talk is an inverse problem of the isomorphism theorem for APG.
Thank you very much for Professor To Sang Kim with me when we meet in 1993. I think it's 20 years ago in Vietnam. In this symposium, we are very family, very family. From Professor Takahashi, Professor Tamaki, and Professor Park, and many Korean mathematicians, and many. Okay, I'm very happy in this today. This time also invited to as a invited speaker take this is something different in our visual field. This is harmonic analysis. What means harmonic analysis? That means topological group function defined on topological group, the analysis. And this today's title is isomorphism theorem. Two topological groups if the two topological groups are isometric, homeomorphic, then the space defined on the two topology are isomorphic onto the inverse problem. That means from from alpha two function space f and g to to be homeomorphic. The problem at first, I think it is from Kawara, Yokiyoshi Kawara. He, yeah, this is the problem. Mathematical problem. This group G1, G2. Some extra assumption that when under fat condition, the algebra isomerism T of EG1 onto EG2 co-reduce G1 equal homeomorphic to G2 under fat condition. The first professor, now his name Yokiyoshi solve the problem by bipositive P is bipositive isomerism, bipositive from L1G to L1G2. This analysis commission, he did solve the problem. The problem G1 and G2 are topological L1, this AP, L1 and AP, the combination belongs to equal to AP, belongs to AP space. Here is L1 equal to AP norm, and this space, this space is dense subspace of C0G. Union norm, take union norm. Okay. This is APG 1くらいやな。Okay. This all because the time is only take this several difference. When you before multiply from centralizer, because G is not compact, so left centralizer or right centralizer. So I must something or this.
Have you any questions or some comment?
So I asked them to make a short preview about our performance. 懇親会まで、懇親会まで。あれをずっと使わなければ。こんにちは。はい。
これは表面やとてもなんで自分がね、これは大変いい。
I asked him to talk in high tone, and he did. Good job. 이거 좀 저.
No.
이거 좀 누가? 띄우는 내 걸 꺼내야지. 그럼 이제 나올 수가 없나? 내 거 나왔어? 아니,
어디 건지 몰라.
아니.
그거 꽂으신 거예요? 이한혜 선생님 거 더 있어요?
근데 얘네가 이걸
그런 거 같아.
준비를 안 해놔서
예쁜 거 같아. 무슨 드림이
여기 말이야. 나
드림스 이거
그래 맞아. 비모 요거.
요거요? 탁 FP 위에. 네. 바로 꼭 꺼요.
로진 니나때문에 내가 니나인다. 약간 와카이도 하얗겠단다 그러네. 대시도모가 좀 민대로 고로테 니나때네.
괜찮은 제가 이렇게. 네.
그걸 좀 띄워.
잘안 돼. 이게 이 위에. 요거 림스. 컨트롤 카스켓. 전체 와요. 컨트롤.
이렇게 됐어. 그렇게 하고 그 다음에 그래.
이 전체 모두.
어떤 거?
다운.
다운이고.
업.
이 어플 맨 앞으로 해.
네, 맨 앞.
이렇게 그러고 규식이 고래로使うのがもっといい。
Okay, I would like to introduce the last bit of first day of our workshop. Professor Seiba.
늘어져서 안 예뻐.
Once more.
다시.
I would like to introduce the Professor Seiba, the last talk of first day in this workshop. As you know very well, Professor Seiba is one of famous professor in the world, with Professor Wataru Takashi in the field of fixed point theory and applications. In this year, special year, this is already 70 years after establishing Korean Mathematical Society. That's,
Next year.
next year. Anyhow, my junior friend is president of Korean Mathematical Society. Hence, this year, Korean Mathematical Society is preparing for 70 years history book of Korean Mathematical Society. And Professor Seiba was appointed some
chairman of the committee.
committee members to prepare history book.
Too much history.
Okay, today Professor Seiba will talk on the KKM theory of locally p-convex spaces.
Okay, thank you for the introduction. Before giving my talk, I have to recall my mathematical life in short. 60 years ago, I entered college and meet the mathematics, and 10 years later, 50 years ago still, I worked mainly in general topology and algebraic topology, and I studied mainly fixed point theory, topological fixed point theory, like a Lipschitz fixed point theory, or I forgot it. And but the Nielsen fixed point theory. But in order to teach and give degrees to my students, it's hard to get a new problem in Nielsen theory or Lipschitz fixed point theory. So I began to study fixed point theorems in metric spaces. Now it is called the metric fixed point theory. Later, I moved to analytical fixed point theory, which means mainly fixed point theorem appeared in analysis. So, and then I found that analytical fixed point theory is mainly depends on the Kakayam theory. So I named the Kakayam theory in 1992, and since then I extend many spaces in Kakayam theory, and I found many things in that theory. So here today I'm on the Kakayam theory of locally p-convex spaces, and this is okay. Yeah. In a recent paper, some general comments to G are added, but it takes too long time, so just I will stop around here. Okay, this paper appeared in 2013, and I met Carapinaro, and who was the organizer of the last summer in fixed point theory. You attended there. Yeah, you are the one of the plenary speaker. Oh, yeah, excellent. And I didn't go there. Okay. In my previous talk in Chiang Rai, I introduced some recent results in analytical fixed point theory based on our previous work. My work is the origin of using recent results in other people's work. After that, we found a paper by Colizade et al., where a number of fixed point theorems due to the present also my papers were claimed to be generalized. Our principal aim in this review is to introduce our previous works related to those in Z. Okay, let P is a real number in here. In that paper, it's also investigated the existence of a fixed point of multimaps on almost p-convex subset or p-convex subsets of topological vector spaces. Most of their results are originated from some previous works of mine on the Kakayam theory and analytical fixed point theory. In this review, we recall such works and compare them with their corresponding ones in this paper. This paper appeared in fixed point theory. Selbst treated in section 4. One of them is to claim, obtain a Kakayam theorem for p-convex spaces and a general Alexandrov-Pashenkov theorem for abstract convex space. Section 5, to compare our previous fixed point theorems with their extended p-convex space version to these peoples and some other people. Okay, so I think I have to stop around here because I cannot take it so long time. Okay, one abstract convex space E gamma consists of a topological space E on an empty set D and a multimap gamma from here to the E. This is the set of all non-empty finite subset of a set T. Of course, this functional value is non-empty, such that a subset X of E is called a gamma convex subset of a EG gamma relative to D prime. If for any n we have this kind of thing holds. So, in other words, it's like this one. But E gamma stands for E gamma, in case E equals T. An abstract convex space, if a multimap G from G to G satisfies, then gamma equals, satisfies this kind of thing, then G is called a Kakayam map. The partial Kakayam principle for an abstract convex space is the statement that for any closed valued Kakayam map, this one, the family functions for any open valued Kakayam map. an abstract convex space called the partial Kaka M space or Kaka M space if it satisfies the partial Kaka M principle or Kaka M principle. Free space is a XTJ as usual, and this is a family of continuous functions from standard n simplex to X. It is usually called the singular n simplicis in algebraic topology. When A cardinality of A is n plus 1. By putting gamma A this one for each A, the TPXT gamma becomes an abstract convex space. For free space, any every free space is a Kaka M space. So let XT gamma be a free space is a multimap with non-empty closed respectively open values. Then suppose that is a Kaka M map, then its functional values has the finite intersection property. So for the triple, this one simplex and the set of vertices, and this is a convex OR. Then it is a abstract convex spaces. Convex subset of ATVS. Convex space is introduced by Rasond, H space by Horvath. From G convex space, free space, Kaka M space, partial Kaka M. This is all invented by myself. For real value P, recall definition of Bayumi. This is Egyptian mathematician, and he published a book about the P locally convex space theory. Set A in a vector space V is set to be a P convex if for any 2 points xy and any real number st, non-negative real number. 1 minus t over 1 over p x plus this one belongs to A whenever t is a 0 to 1. Then he defined the P convex set, and he defined the P convex. So X is a topological vector space, A is a subset of X, a closed P convex over A denoted by this one is the smallest closed P convex set containing A. P convex combination. Let A be a P convex, and we choose a endpoint here, and the Ti is non-negative, so satisfying this kind of thing. Then sigma from 1 to n, Tixi is called the P convex combination of this one. If this condition holds, then this one is called the absolutely P convex combination. It is clear that this kind of thing belongs to A for any P convex set A. Bayumi's book is the foundations of complex analysis in non-locally convex spaces, function theory without convexity condition, Elsevier 2003. And locally P convex space is defined by himself like this. Topological vector space is said to be locally P convex if the origin has a fundamental set of absolutely P convex zero neighborhoods. So just a locally convex instead of locally convex, locally P convex. So zero neighborhood is P convex. This topology can be determined by P semi-norms which are defined in the obvious way. This is parallel to the definition of locally convex spaces. Using these concepts in G, definitions of almost P convexes and the P convexly almost fixed point property are introduced. This kind of almost convex sets and almost fixed point properties introduced by Himmelbach in 1970s. Now we have a new Kaka M space. Suppose X is a subset of a topological vector space E and T is a non-empty subset of X. Let gamma n is a put this one for each n, then XT gamma is a free space. the proof is very trivial, and you can imagine it. The following whole intersection property for the map values of a Kakayan map is a standard form of the Kakayan type theorem. ED gamma be a partial Kakayan space, respectively Kakayan space, and the G is a multimap satisfying GS closed values. In this case, open values, and this is the definition of a Kakayan map. Then functional values of G has the finite intersection property. If in key-path way one GZ is compact, then the whole intersection is non-empty. Here, closed cases we don't need this one, but open case we need this one here. And in there they say, suppose S is a subset of a topological vector space E and D is a non-empty subset of S such that this kind of a convex hull is included in X. Then suppose that G is a multimap satisfying, then GX the finite intersection property. This is a simple case of the theorem 1. Theorem 1, we have a generalization of the Alexandrov-Pashinkov theorem. It's equivalent to a Kakayan theorem, and our version is long time ago, I already proved this one. And here, topological method in nonlinear analysis published in Schauder Center in University of Torun. And the first publisher, first chairman board was Granas, and later Kornievich. Both of them are my old friends. And here, let X be a subset of, this is just, okay. X be a subset of a Hausdorff topological vector space. Y is a almost convex dense subset of X. Let T is a lower semi-continuous or upper semi-continuous map such that dy is convex for Y, of course non-empty. If there is a preconfact subset K of X such that functional values always meets K, then for any convex neighborhood U of the origin 0 of E, there is a point. This is a kind of X is a kind of approximate fixed point. And note that Hausdorffness of E is redundant because that time already very smart. Okay, the corollary is also this convex subset of a Hausdorff. The Hausdorff is redundant, I say. Topological vector space T is a low semi-continuous or upper semi-continuous multi-valued map Tx is convex for each X. If there is a precompact subset K of X such that this holds, then for every convex neighborhood U of the origin 0 of E, there exists a point of S semi-continuous multi-map with closed values such that dy is non-empty convex for Y. Then T has fixed point X naught. Because a fixed point theorem, we need a Hausdorff-ness because almost a fixed point, we can almost fixed point corresponding each neighborhood. Then if compact, we can choose a convergent net. That's why the Hausdorff is necessary. Convergent net is a unique that can be. That's why long time ago people always thought this one is necessary, but almost at this point it is not necessary because even keep on assume the Hausdorffness, but later many people found that in Kakayan theory Hausdorffness can be erased. fixed point theory, we need. Approximate fixed point theory, we don't need. So in this theorem, their theorem, all convex in, you know, recently my eyesight is not good. That's why, you know, is replaced by P convex, and the Hausdorff is not assumed, but used in its proof. Because in this theorem, they forgot to put the Hausdorffness. This means that in this paper, all topological space seems to be assumed Hausdorffness, but they didn't mention it. Because very interesting paper. Here, another, this is usually called the, okay, XPS subset Hausdorff topological vector space Y on almost convex dense subset of S. Let T be a multimap, inverse image of each point is open, Ty is convex for, we have to erase this one, for each Y. If there is a precompact subset K of X such that Ty is meets K, then usually we say in this case, usually T is a compact assume, but then this kind of thing holds. Then for any convex neighborhood U of the origin 0 of E, there is a point, approximate point, fixed point corresponding to this one. In this paper, all convex in corollary 6 is replaced by P convex, and the Hausdorffness is removed. But his paper, their paper always seems to be always assume Hausdorff. Okay, another corollary. Let S be a convex subset of a Hausdorff topological vector space E, and T is a compact multimap such that Tx is non-empty and convex, T inverse Y is open for each Y. Then for any convex neighborhood U of the origin 0 of E, there is a approximate fixed point. Here Hausdorffness is redundant. I already mentioned in G, all convex in corollary 7 is replaced by P convex, and the idea is that T can be assumed upper semi-continuous instead of true, but this is a kind of generalization of a Pan-Browd fixed point theorem. Okay, theorem 8. This is I published the fixed points on star-shaped sets. Sorry, I made a mistake. But the 2008. Those three people, Golizade means he's working on P convexity, remarks on the fixed point on star-shaped sets and Kochi journal of mathematics. Because usually I don't, Kochi daigak. So the editor asked the review to my student, so my student showed me, they sent this one. So that's why I understood the Kochi journal. And there, I made this kind of theorem. Express star-shaped subset of a Hausdorff topological vector space E with the origin O of E as the center. Center is a star-shaped set center. Let F be a compact continuous map, then one of the following holds. F has a fixed point, or there is a point y naught and t naught such that y naught is a different from origin, but y naught is the 13 times of a fy naught, or fo is not O. In this paper, this is extended to a P star-shaped subset of a topological vector space via Pan-Kakayan principle in a generalized convex spaces. So this is the origin of using P convexity to fixed point theory. 9. In 04, results on locally convex topological vector spaces, just you can add a P convex instead of convex. Then a short paper can be made. A very, very interesting, smart way. Okay, corollary. Here I SPA compact convex observable locally convex household TVS in very much.
Have you or any question or comment?
You can have a chance to appear in television. But yeah, I'll ask them to erase that part. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Let me close this last section. Thank you very much. It's okay.
交通大学跟利物浦办的是一个，他们号称是英文授课。แกมาให้เขาด้วยเขาแกชอบมึงก็ได้เจ้าดีก่อน
Thank you.
教育テレビ、韓国の日本で見たら NHK 教育韓国教育放送、コリアンエデュケーショナルブロードキャスティングコーポレーション。That is so yesterday, Professor Takahashi said, I should try and dress up. So he came to
여기를 색조정을 좀 해야 돼. 그러니까 과한 것 같아.
In the world. Look at his citation and publication. His contribution, not only our group, I think, everybody in the world. So let me thank you again for Professor and I would like to thank all of the organizers, Professor Tanaka Tamaki, Professor Kimura, and young students who organized this conference very successful. I attend this conference number first lead I and our group. At the time, I was
국가에서
now very young. Now I cannot say I am young because I am the senior professor. I am the oldest one from Thai people now in this conference. Yeah. I would like to say that this conference is very successful. Not only mathematics we learn from each other, but we can make friends. I'm very happy to meet a senior professor like Professor Xie Park, Professor Kim, Professor Shi, Professor Xiu, Professor Chen. Everybody are friends and we are the same group. We are very happy to be in the same family. The important thing is The old people like me is not important, but the young people, like our students, is more important. They learn a lot from the senior professor, from the senior researcher in this conference. I hope this conference will continue. And Thai group next conference. I think that more than 20 or more than this Thai participants will come to this conference.
공부한 사람의 되게
And we would like to make some statement in because of what he encourage our group in doing research in fixed point theory and optimization theory. In every year, in our group, we organize the international conference. You know, in my country, more than 100 mathematicians in fixed point theory and optimization. We are big group. We are the biggest group and strongest group in Thailand. Not because of me, because of Professor Wataru Takahashi. My close friend, the dean of the faculty of science, he is more power. He was the chair of the NACA conference, the last NACA conference in Chiang Rai. Some of us maybe attended the conference NACA. Professor Kosaka. NACA conference. NACA conference. He was the chair of the conference. Yeah. The NACA conference, the last NACA conference in January. Yeah, this year. So, finally, I would like to thank one of the organizers again for giving us the boost opportunity to join this conference. Tonight, unfortunately, Professor Akashi is not here. Japanese karate or Thai boxing. At first, okay, so at first, this is Mr. Jim. He is a student of Professor Park from the time ago. So please make a speech.
Last year I speak Nihongo there. Now I speak English. So Professor studied a very long speech. So I am very short. I think this research was very good. When I stayed for Godai, like Tokyo Institute of Technology, under the supported by Professor Wataru. That time also the LIMS seminar exists. Yeah, 25 years ago, from that time the Professor Wataru Takahashi invited me. We together go to the Kyoto. That time I could not read this. Well, but I know I know that That is the research symposium, non-linear complex analysis. We have this is paper very important. Yeah, for the basic science for research. Yeah, I think this research group is very good. For the non-linear analysis and the complex structure. I'm also very so happy to meet you colleague every year. This 간발대 구다사이.
From Korea, second speech. Professor Park requested him. He is very drunk now.
Okay, I am in here instead of the Professor Park, but as you know, my English is very poor compared with him. But yeah, right. Okay, at any rate, I am very happy to meet you everybody because come to here in Japan, and then I enjoyed the conference. Of course, I enjoyed the travel and delicious Japanese food. And you know, first time I've been to here, Professor Wataru Takashi invited me at the Tokyo Institute of Technology in the 1989. Okay, in my first time here. After that, I had been invited to the Professor Wataru Takashi at my university for the attend to my conference, NFA, Nonlinear Functional Analysis and Applications, which was held at in 1996 per time, so about 20 years ago. Okay, and then we have the many kind of some give and take information about our common field. Nowadays we are very close, and also everybody very close to me. And also, so many times I been to the Japan and the other conference which was held at the international conference in our field. Okay, so almost all of you I know, very familiar with you. So if we do not have a conference, but we met at some place, and then we will congratulations to each other and the take the how are you like this? Okay, so at any rate, I am very happy to meet you in this workshop, and also I enjoyed the sightseeing and the Kyoto city, and also I met very happy to meet you everybody, and also I would like to continue with good relation with each other. Okay. In fact, I am 2 years later. 2 years later, I have to retire. 2 years later, in Korea also we have to 5 years old, and then we have to retire. 2 years later, I and the professor also the same times we have to retire, and then maybe it is not easy to meet you several times in a year. Okay. At any rate, I am very happy to attend this conference, and also I have a chance to give a talk with you each other. Okay. Thank you very much.
Speech. So I don't have to explain anymore.
Thank you very much coming
non-linear analysis and convex analysis. I met first maybe 1983, first in Berkeley, C.C. Park, Professor C.C. Park, I met first. And then coming to Tokyo, John Yoru Park, Busan University, 1983. So, that case, John Kyu Kim, Professor John Kyu, young, very young.
And long time only 30 years ago.
Very young. I met also, you met
Santa Barbara.
Santa Barbara.
1983.
83 from Kohan. 83.
1983.
1983. Yeah.
That time is very young. You
Very young.
Also,
I am now
still young.
40. Okay. We are very happy to come you meet you. Thank you very much. Next year we organize also this conference, this symphony. Okay. I am okay.
Oh yeah. Thank you very much.
I'm closing this party by a kind of special ceremony. Maybe all of you may know that so-called 大丈夫です。一本締めを。はい。so-called 一本締め。You know? Okay, then please stand up. Okay. So this is we call it 一本締め. Just grab your hand only one time.
Only one.
At the same time. Okay. Okay. Please adjust everybody for me. Okay. それではOkay, I'm speaking in Japanese. それでは皆さんお手を拝借。じゃあ締めます。よー。Thank you very much. And